So, hi all. Today we are going to see about how to create a question, knowledge quotient. That is, there will be a questions within this time to this time at a particular date, and there will be a four options. In that four options, we can select, and when we give a submit, it will save the data. So, come let's first create a new Angular app. This is a standalone app. ng new demo AQ. And we have to say yes for CSS. And do you want to enable server side static? We can say yes or no. In this instance, I'm saying yes. It has installed successfully. So if I give a direct, so that is created our app. So before that, I have forgot to say that before installing this application, you have to clear about that your node packages and npm packages and ng packages are installed in your system. So for that, you can check node version. It has version 18 and the npm version. Before installing, you have to check this one and the ng version. So all the one it's cleared, so only I have installed. So I'm getting into the demo KQ. So I have getting into the demo KQ. So now I'm going to open it in a file. It is open. So now we having a that is a Visual Studio Core SRC. In the SRC there is an app. In the app there's some component HTML, CSS and component TS and app config and the app routes and index.html, etc. When we run the program, we're going to see what is going to happen. So you have to command this ng so o, or you can give pngso. So when we start the ng serve at browser, it's saying that invalid values are given project given o choices. Oh, there is a problem, that is we have to give a ngs minus o, that is o for open. So ng serve open in the browser, that's the code for this. We have to give a minus o, so it's building the project. So it has built and it will automatically open in the browser. That is opened in the browser. Initially the app looks like this one. So it is a initial an example HTMLs. So this will be the app component here. So we can delete all the one over here and see what's going to happen. So I'm going to delete all the one except the router outlet. I'm going to say that test. I'm going to say that test my AQ. I'm going to save and it's reloaded. And when it's reloaded, there you go, test my queue. So far it's so good, I think so. Santosh bro.
Yes,
Santosh.
bro.
So far so it's good.
Yes, can you explain what is a standalone in Angular?
Yeah, sure. So standard components provide a simplified way to build Angular application. That is, a standard application is an Angular type of application that can be used without need of for a ng module. So standalone applications are made up of standalone components, for example, which are components that can be used without the need to be declared in the ng module. So that
So
is a
can
standard.
you explain
Standard.
about the ng module?
Yeah, the ng modules are the fundamental architectural feature of Angular applications. So they are containers of a block of code dedicated to an application domain workflow or a closely related set of capabilities. That is, they can contain components, service providers, and other files whose scope is defined by containing ng modules.
Okay, thank you. Praveen.
Yeah. So we have tested the myQ. So now we are going to create a QOTD component. So for that, we have to give a ng generate component question. We can give a brief like this, or we can give a simplify like ng g c and the component name question. So I'm going to create a component. It will create under the app, under the src app. So it has created. So we are going to see whether it has worked. Before we are mentioning app question, we have to import that one in the app component .ts over here. So here we have to give a question component and it will imported. So now we can use in the HTML app question. So inside the app question HTML, so question works. We can add another one. Question works. Question component. Now the question component and myKQ will be comes twice. So in the yes, oh, so it's open. So the question component has came. Yes, question component has came. Now we are going to see why this app component.html we have deleted the myKQ and so that it's not appear over here. So we have enabled the app question over here. So now we are going to create a main and a logo and a router outlet. So now the main tag, this is the main tag. So I'm going to give a section. Under the section, I'm going to give a image src, and the src might be we can keep in the assets, so we can see what are the images in the assets. So there is no images over here. I'm going to copy and paste it over here. So I'm pasting in the GUI, graphical user interface. So I have pasted. So if we go and see inside the assets, it will be there. So it's a Fifi icon. No problem. We can copy the relative path and get it here. We have to save from the assets. The slash should be like this, and we have to close the image tag, and we have kept the image. And I'm going to say the another section. Under the another section, I'm going to give a router outlet. So this section is going to show the question. Inside the questions, I'm going to show the router outlet. We have to create a home component. Inside the home component only, we have to create a router outlet. Uh, so as for now, I'm keeping the question component as a home component. So now in the app route, we have to mention the app routes. So we have to create a path, and the path, if there is a empty and component would be uh, question component, and the title should be question. And if that is uh, so we can keep only one component. So now if we go and see the thing, so the question component works and the header is over here. If you navigate to another one also, it will redirect to here. That link not here, so it's over here. So now in the question component, in the app component, under the image, I have given nothing, so it's giving this thing. So I'm going to give a title that is KQ or demo KQ. So under the image, we are going to give a title. So this title comes from there. So demo KQ will comes from here. This component here. So this title will show in there. So we can align this section according to our needs. So I'm going to give a class for this section. I'm going to say that app header, and I'm going to say this app header in the CSS. I'm going to keep this display flags and line item center. This will work in a straight line. It works. If we change this one to demo KQ to demo KQ like this, it will change over here demo KQ. So the question component will be work. So now inside the question component, to close all the saved one. So inside the question component, there is only one question component. So here we are going to get the question component, and so here initially, if we show the question component, means we can say that our section, inside the section I'm going to the div, inside the div I'm going to give a form, and the form action I'm going to give a submit button. As for now, there is no submit button, so I'm going to give um, a h1, that is question number. Under the question number, I'm going to give a question. Under the question, I'm going to give starts at, and ends at the time, that is time. So under this, there will be a input. We can keep this one out of the form also. We can keep it under this div. So this form only contains the input elements. In this form, I'm going to say that type radio and the value option 1 and the form control name going to give us answer answer and that's it. So here a label. In this label I'm going to say that option 1. So I want to create this all the one in a single one. So there will be 4 options. So option 2, as for now I'm creating it statically. Option 4, values option 2, option 3, option 4, and there will be a submit button under the form button. Right, we can give us a button. This caused the reload things, so I'm getting as a button submit. So if we go and see the things, so it's there: question, start set, insert, and option 1, option 2, option 3, and the submit button. We can keep the submit button outside the form also. So there is a submit button. So we need a question number and the question and start set and the options and the submit. We are going to see how we are going to implement this one. For this we need a JSON server. So we have to install a JSON servers. So for that we have to give a npm install JSON server. Installing the JSON server.
Shall I know what is the use of JSON server?
The use of a JSON server is like a database.
Okay.
This is a JSON inbuilt server. Instead of we are storing a local or from the server side. From the server side means we have to create a database and we have to create an entity model and we have to do a migration and we have to um, get it done all the things, and once done we are going to give a they will give a link. Instead of that link I'm going to use this local JSON server. That is locally I will give keep the data instead of keeping in the server.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to create a JSON file in the main root directory. So I'm going to create a file over here. Here I'm going to create, no, we don't want here. We want here. So it's creating here only because Angular has modified like that one. No problem. We are going to say that qtd.json. So it's created outer only, so no issue. So an object, and we are going to say qtd and is equal to or this one, and inside the array we are going to keep as whatever things we have kept here the question. So the question, the question number. So first one is we have to give a double quotes because it's a JSON server. Question number. So we can give, this is a string value. It will come like a week 1 question number 001. Put a comma and then question name. We can, this is also string value. We can give who will win the match. Who will win TSK versus RCB, and we can say put a comma over here, and also we can give a double quotation and then question number, question name, and start set. Start time, we are going to give us 2024 slash 05 slash 21, and ends time. We'll keep the same time. 2024 slash 05. So this is a date, so we have to give a time. Instead of date, we are going to give a time. So we are going to give that 600 and 00 and 000. So this is a hour, this is a minute, and this is a second, this is a microsecond. And it will end at around 15 00 00 000. You can change it in the HTML. We'll see later. And forget to say ID. That is ID 0. So start set, end set, and the options. We have to keep options. Options, and we have to keep in the array like this. And option 1 is going to be CSK. So as for now, we can create the options separately. This option 1 CSK, option 2 RCB, option 3 was out, and option 4 draw. So this is the one data we are having in the database. This is like database. So now we are going to create a service folder. So we are going to create a service folder under the, before creating a service folder, we need a model folder. So cd slc app. Under the app, we have to create a mkdir models model with us creator. So model. So I'm going to say that ng I means interface. We can, instead of that I'm giving I, ng ng generate interface. The name of the interface is QTD, that is question of the day. It is created. There's a model, under the model there is a thing. So here we need ID, number, and question number is going to be a string. Just the number and the string is number, and also the letters also coming. So it's called, going to be called a string. So next, question name is going to be a string, and then start time is going to be a date, and end time is going to be a date, and the option 1 is going to be a string, and option 2 is going to be a string, and option 3 is going to be a string, and option 4 is going to be a string. So all the key already we having. So next we are going to create a service file. We have to create a service folder, this mkdir or services or service cd service, and we are going to create that ng generate service. So instead of service, I'm going to give a short form yes. The name of the service is UTD. So services creator. Here we having. I forgot to say skips test. We can delete. We can delete this both, and create a fresh one. We have to say that skip tests. Oh, sorry. The command I have added T. Skip tests. So I created without the test files. So if we go inside, means it is injectable under something blah blah blah. So now we have to get from here, that is JSON data, and show it up in the HTML here in the form. So to achieve this, first we need to check whether the JSON file is running or not. I'm going to keep it as a left side. So I'm going to say that JSON server watch UTD JSON. It's running. We go and see in the web browser in the localhost 3000, we are getting this data. So this one data is over there. So now we are going to show this data in here. Instead of question number, question starts at the insert. So to achieve this one, we need to fetch the service over here. So for that, we need to get as a URL is equal to, we can get this URL as a, this is a base URL. This is a base URL. So I'm going to say that async get all UTD list, and I'm going to say this one as from the QTD service, QTD model, The model of the name is what happened. The model has gone for some reason. Model has gone. I don't know why. We have created. I think so. It's not over here. Model. Why the model is not showing? I don't know. We can create another model. I think I deleted for some reasons. Model. When say the model, we have to create an interface that is ngIQT. It has created. So here we need a ID number, question number is going to be a string, question name is going to be a string, start time going to be a date, and time is going to be a the state contains all time and date, so I'm giving date. So option 1 is going to be a string, and option 2 is going to be a string. Option 3 is going to be a string, and option 4 is going to be a string. So here we need to give a to ed, and once data is equal to wait fetch. So here const data await fetch URL. This is a URL. So this is a get all QTD. So we are going to see the questions. So in the questions here we are going to give a constructor. Under the constructor, in the constructor we are going to say private QTD service is QTD service. So we have imported. So now we have to get the QTD to QTD all QTD is QTD and array is equal to. So this start QTD dot service dot. So we are going to get a function that is get all QTD. So this is a function. It is a while without return statement. Here we are going to say that start QTD service dot get all QTD list. So you console dot log. There are the sorry, we are going to give a get all list. So this dot all QTD is equal to. We have to extract from this dot then q is, and this dot on QTD is equal to q. So we are going to call this function in the constructor, or we can get as a ng on it. We have to, before that, we have to implement implements on in it. So ng on it. Here we are going to call the get all qtd function. We can make a console.log console.log whether the qtd has came or not. All qtd, this is a string empty value. All qtd. So we can run and see. It's open. When we open the inspect window, it's open. When we open the inspect window, so here we got the start time, the what the data we have given in the JSON server, we got it. Now we got we are going to show in the HTML. So for that, first we need to give this div as ng for is equal to let items of all qtd. ng for will not work because we haven't imported the common module over here. So we have to import the common module. So now it's gone. So for the question number, we are going to say that dynamically items dot question number. For the questions, we are going to say items dot question name, and the start time is items dot start time, and we are going to give a pipe, and the date going to be a h, and the minute and the periodic time, and we are going to give a ends at like that a name, and we are here start set, and same for the star insert items dot end time pipe date h minute and the periodic. Now the form is going to be, the value is going to be the items dot option one is not showing for the reason I don't know. So we can see here the label items dot option one. So this is the value we need over here. Items dot option one. Same for all the things. Items dot option two. Option three. And for option four. option 4. So dynamically I have given the statically, dynamically I have given. When we go and see at here, so who will win CSK versus RCB, the question number, what are the data I have given here, it is showing there. The start set and the end set is not showing because I have thought that because we have hard coded over here, so only it's not showing over there. So for that issue, we have to modify the here that we can keep as 600 and 300. We can see what going to happen here. Is it changed? Yeah, 615, but it's causing error. We can take the date. We can see what it's going over here. The start set and end set is not showing for some reasons. I don't know why. We can rectify that one. So start time. We have to check the date over here. Yeah, it's correct. So here, why it's not showing means I think the problem causing because we have given a date over here. Instead of date, we can check whether the time works. No, it's not works. We can give us a string itself. In future, we have to mention a date because it's a date property. So in the question HTML, we are going to take this one in time. So the problem is start time. The model is changed because the name is changed over here. We have to make sure of that name. That's why it's causing error. So the end time should be the model. That same name should be kept here. So that only it's causing error. So start time and end time. Can go and see what's going to happen. Yeah, we got it. So now if we change to pipe that date, hour, minute, year, you can see for the start time what's happening. What happened? It's all gone. I think it's causing error because it's not a date. We can say this one string to date and we can see date, date. Yeah, it's causing error because of that one. We can change it. We can keep to this. We have kept as a string, so it's causing error. So we can save and see. That's it. The question. If we add another question also, it will show over here. For example, if we give a question ID as one and the question of two, and for example, India versus Pakistan and India, Pakistan. But I'm going to change this as a 3 a.m. p.m. and I have saved. If we go and check in the UTD, boom, we got the two questions over here. So we have to style this one. Later on, we can say we can see how to style. So in the console box, we can see two data have came here. So India, Pakistan, and this one. So that's it. Thank you. So that's it. Santosh, any questions from here? So far, so good.
Yeah, actually, I have it out. Like, you're using section in HTML. Can you explain what is the use of the HTML element?
Yeah. you're saying that I'm using the section over here. This one.
Yeah.
So it is a section. It will it doesn't have any space, particular space or things. It is like a container.
Okay.
Section is also is called a container. Yes, we have separately, instead of using a div, the Angular has inbuilt one, for example, main and section. This tag is used like a main is called a main tag. This is a, and we can easily call the CSS for calling by the tag itself. And the section is like a container. Yes.
Okay. I have some doubts with the service file which you have created.
Yes.
So there are a class called keyword, oh sorry, class called a promise.
Yeah.
So why we use that class?
So promise is like it has a synchronized and asynchronous process. So this async and await is like a thing. When there is a call, it should once that call has finished, then only the another call should be connected. It's like a socket connection. It will, for example, if a message is receiving for you means a message will receive when your message is received in your mobile. Immediately the after message will be received. It will not get all the messages in the same time. One by one only it will allow. That's what the promise has. Async and wait.
Okay. Okay, Prem, thank you.
Yeah. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.